First I need to tell you that we're transitioning between mourning. We still that. It's a very slow process into reflection and action. And our community, our families are asking this question: why this happening and why El Paso? And I think the answer to that question is what is motivating today's action, today's event, because we realize that there's a strong connection between the shooters' language and motives and President Trump's rhetoric. He consistently, in the last 2-3 years, he has been attacking our communities in many ways. He's been calling us criminals, rapists, that immigrants represent a national security threat. Just a few days ago, a few months ago, we had some of the white nationalistic militias, white supremacist militias that came down to El Paso. And I engaged them in a public debate. And one thing they mentioned, they were coming to the border, responding to Trump's call to action to protect the border from the invasion. White supremacist armed militias at that time. So it happens that is the words that this shooter used in the manifesto. And that is what the president has been saying all of this time. So there is responsibility in the president. That is the feeling of our community, that these victims are dead because of the president's words. So we cannot welcome the president. He's not welcome in El Paso. And we're going to show that in numbers. We're bringing a lot of people from different sectors, elected officials, community members, families. We're going to gather and send that specific message. But also we're reaffirming that El Paso will continue to be an open community, a community that welcomes immigrants and refugees.
So you felt like your community was targeted long before this shooting simply because of the president's rhetoric?
We had seen family separation, children separating from their mothers here in El Paso due to the policies of the president. We had seen children dying in detention centers, in border patrol stations, building walls, rejecting refugees. That is under the president's watch and using this vitriol and this hateful language. So yes, we said it before, even before this terrorist attack, that there's a war against immigrants fueled by president's rhetoric. So yes, we felt that the president had actually attacked the symbol of what El Paso represents.
The president issued this call for unity earlier this week, but he seemed to undo that. He's already tweeting, criticism of Beto O'Rourke, for example.
It's cynical at least. The president is saying that because children are playing Nintendos and that because there are mental health issues, he refused to accept responsibility. Instead of changing what he's doing, that is causing too much harm in our communities, he continues to do exactly the same. Dividing our communities, blaming on others, but not taking responsibilities. That is not acceptable for us.
Excellent. Let's get a quick shot. Do you think the president
message? But I hope that he's going to listen. Thousands of people that signed a letter in less than 24 hours. 17,000 signed a letter, an open letter from El Paso, saying that he's not welcome until he repents, until he asks for forgiveness, until he changed his policies and his rhetoric. I hope that the numbers of people rejecting him, not welcome him, I think that should be the message.
Excellent. Thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate it.